there's just something about graduation, there's something about commencement that I just find deliciously compelling. It's a great moment in time. For me, it's a confluence of accomplishment, perseverance, family, and friends, all in one place, in one moment. You see, whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not, you all are at an incredibly important junction in life. You're at this moment in time where you will grow exponentially in ways that just can't happen when you're younger or when you're older. I know it sounds like a cliche, and it probably is, but the truth is, you can never grow as much as you're about to grow right now in this moment in time. I have a friend who is a neuroscientist. I like to say that, so I have a friend who's a neuroscientist, who actually studies the brains of young people. And she tells me, without a doubt, that this is the moment in time where you will grow further and faster than ever before and ever again. And so I think it's important that we just take this time to celebrate and to say congratulations and to wish you well. Elmwood Franklin graduates, I say fasten your seatbelts, because this is your time. One of the things that I think is often forgotten is that the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is only about 10 years old. When they started the foundation and they sat together, I guess at the kitchen table, and this is now about 10 years ago, and said, what should we do with our $25 billion? So at that point in time, it was $25 billion. It's grown to 50 in 10 years' time. They sat at the kitchen table, probably sipping Seattle's best coffee, and thought, what are we going to do? How can we actually have some impact? What problem are we trying to solve? And out of those kitchen table discussions, Bill and Melinda decided that they were going to try and do one thing. And they decided that what they wanted to do was to end inequity in the world. They decided that they wanted to end inequity in the world. Like, who sits around the table and actually says, honey, I've been thinking. You know what we're going to do? We're going to end inequity in the world. And when they said it, they meant it. What's important is as they launched the foundation, they decided that they needed and wanted a set of core values to guide the work. That they wanted to really make sure that the effort was anchored in core values that reflected who they are as people. And they decided on two core values. Core value number one, all lives have equal value. Core value number two, to much whom is given, much is expected. And it's actually that second core value, to whom much is given, much is expected, is what I want to talk with you about just a little bit more today. To whom much is given, much is expected. I think the obvious interpretation of that is the idea of giving back. Right? Who can argue with that? For those of us who have our health, who have our resources, who have our family, who have a great education, who can argue with the notion of giving back? It is what we all should do. And I'm told here at Elmwood Franklin that community service is something that is a value here. And I applaud you all. I say bravo. I say keep it up. But I actually think about at this moment in time, at this moment in your lives, at your graduation, that this notion of to whom much is given, much is expected, should actually be expanded. And I want you to think about it a little bit differently. It means more than simply giving back. It means at this moment in time, this time when you are going to grow exponentially, where you're going to grow further and faster than ever before, I think it is important that you expect of yourself to open every door that is in front of you. Here at Elmwood Franklin, you are sitting where tens of thousands of young people would love to be right now. And as you go on to high school, I want to say to you, we expect you to open every door that is in front of you. That is your duty to yourself, it is your duty to your families, and it is a duty to your community. Do not rest on your laurels. I want you to push yourself beyond places where you've never thought that you could go. If you're an artist, try being an athlete. If you're a bookworm, try being a flash mob dancer. If you're quiet, try shouting. If you like black and white, try fluorescence and pastels. It is your job. To whom much is given, much is expected. We expect you to push yourselves beyond where you ever thought you could go, and to encourage you as you move on to high school, as you move on to that next adventure, to take what you have and to expect more of yourselves in ways that you never imagined. It is, again, the responsibility that I think about in my work at the Gates Foundation. It's that core value that I think can really propel you to new and different things in ways that you never expected. So on this day, your graduation day, I say to you and I say to your families, congratulations, best of luck, I honor you, and I say, bon voyage. Thank you.